Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle.
Dwight Howard, assisted by.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Beasley, and it's Beverly in the one spot. Here's Iguodala. Misses off the right iron.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Ariza. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
right. Yeah, he probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. There's the triple. Good on the shot.
Trevor Ariza.
Ariza's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Took him no time at all on that one.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way. Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
Rockets leading by 4. He feeds it to Beverly. Pass to Beasley. Shoots the 3. Can't hit. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Green dishes to Iguodala. And the basket by Curry.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And he gets it to go.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Dishes it to Iguodala. That's tipped. The dive for the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Harden has a wide open look. And the 3 off target. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Shaun Livingston. The drive by Green. Iguodala can't get it to fall. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and eighth in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Kicks it out to Harden. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Here is Harden. The dish to Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. For Houston, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
A lot of times the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make it? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
Rush out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Livingston. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And Motiejunas picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Clark, he's checked in for the Warriors. It's taken away by Brewer. And it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark's 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Down to Motiejunas.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Clark. Bangs home the trifecta. Clark's got his first 3 points of the game.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
The shot no good. On the wing, Brewer. Here's Motiejunas. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Motiejunas has got 4 this quarter.
Warriors call a timeout.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Like last season, we saw Motiejunas make some nice drives.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Barnes, he's checked in for Rush. Klay Thompson comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston.
And Montezumas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
No good from Spates.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And now Curry running the floor all by himself. And K.J. McDaniels gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Curry kicks to Spates. Thompson outside. Clock at 6. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And Montezumas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Al Harden. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Took him no time at all on that one. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Substitution for the Rockets.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Warriors foul call.
And the Rockets making a change here. Howard's checked in.
Personal foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Rockets leading by 14. Harden against Barnes.
Warriors foul call.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry. Harden's shot is off.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Golden State foul call.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Rockets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
The Warriors making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Now the Warriors moving it up. Barbosa's shot is off.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Clark.